Hey up and welcome back to the channel. I'm James.
And I'm Ben.
And on today's episode we're going to be giving you an introduction to our 4 cats, our 4 fur babies.
Formal introduction.
Formal.
As they've been around.
They've
been pottering around in other videos.
They have been pottering, so I thought, do you know what, we'll introduce them.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Yeah, let's do that
then. Should we do it in order of when we got them? The backstory?
Yeah.
A bit about them.
So they're all rescue cats, so adopt, don't shop.
Adopt, yeah. Very...
If
adopt.
anyone wants to adopt any of ours, you're welcome to.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about, we're doing this now at 2:45, and at this time every day, our ginger one, Bean, literally starts kicking off, and I'm
sat there, meowing at us, looking pitiful like he's not been fed before.
He eats more than
But he
anyone.
has. Don't you?
Are you hungry? He literally looks like he's so annoyed with us. So we'll start with Belle. We got Belle first, didn't we?
Belle's sat just here.
Belle's literally there.
But James will put some sort of pictures somewhere.
Yeah, as we're talking about them, I'll put some pictures, and maybe one of them might be reachable to show you, but we'll start. I'm not good with ages and things.
Right, so Belle. So 3 of our cats we got from Millstream Animal Shelter, which is in Manchester. So we live in like North Manchester, so it's just near there. So it's a cat-only rescue place. It's not, is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, just does cats, and maybe rabbits as well. But it's a cute little rescue centre. They've probably got about 30, 40 cats maybe at a time.
Yeah. And then they've got some that live on the grounds.
Yeah, so they've got lots of resident cats as well, that are just ones that couldn't be rehomed. So they're technically classed as feral, but they just live in the building, and they've got this big room where there's like loads of sofas and cushions and blankets for them and stuff. So, and they are a registered charity.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Belle. Belle was 6 months old when we got her, just about 6 months old.
Yeah.
She's now 8 years old, so we've had her just over 7 years.
Yeah, and when we found her, when we went to get her, she was living with her family, weren't she?
They'd all been rescued and all brought into the centre. So there was her, like some sisters, grandma, her mum as well.
I always remember grandma because her grandma had a right wrinkled up mouth.
And this is Bean. This isn't Belle. This is Bean.
Is that your son? Are you hungry?
Are you hungry?
Oh.
Yeah. Hungry?
This is our Romanian beauty.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Say hi. We're talking about Belle. It's all about you. Go on. But yeah. Do you want to tell her where she was from?
Well, the crackdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was from a crackdown. It's basically
she was all cracked out. Well, she wasn't.
She wasn't, but it's basically I think the guy. It was good that the guy did. He give them all up. Say, look,
he was about to go to jail. I think.
Yeah.
So they rescued them from him. So yeah, quite responsible crackhead in a way that he didn't just leave them there all to die.
She was covered in fleas. So. Covered in fleas. Like I remember, like.
Well, she just had very thin fur. She didn't have fleas. There weren't things jumping off her. No. She had been covered in fleas.
Oh, it was
so her fur was really thin, where she'd been like scratching and stuff.
Wasn't the place she was staying in the shelter? Wasn't that covered in fleas or something? Remember being something covered in fleas?
Not the rescue place. No. When they found them all, they were all covered in fleas.
Oh, I thought I'd seen it. Maybe I made it up in my head.
Yeah, you have. But God, trying to make it more dramatic. But no, she had no fleas. There's never been a flea on her since we got her.
Mm. Oh, I know that.
But she had like really thin. James will put a picture on. Her fur was so thin and nasty, and she'd just not been looked after. And yeah, it had no flea treatment. But she has regular flea treatment now. She's never had a flea. Touch wood. But yeah. So it was between her. She was originally called Gabby, which is a strange name for a cat. Not a strange name in general, but just for a cat. It didn't quite
I was thinking Gabby from Desperate Housewives.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah. Maybe she's a little bit like her.
Yeah, a little diva.
So we decided to call her Belle. She is she's quite a good judge of character, I think.
Very good judge of character.
She's not very tolerant of people, which is fine. Most people, we're not. She's my little shadow, so she follows me everywhere, doesn't she? More or less.
Yeah.
She tolerates you. She's not horrible to you.
No,
she
but I can
tolerates
just tell
you.
that she loves you more.
But I'm the favourite, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, not trying to be shady or anything, but I absolutely am. Where she'll come and, like, sit on my chest and purr in my face, and she purrs so much she thinks she's going to be sick. But she's very cute. But she doesn't really... So we've got three. Yeah, that's three. We've got 3 other cats, and she doesn't really like them.
She loves just to be on her own. She's very much into her own comforts. Anytime
they go near her, she growls, she hisses. She hasn't worked out, doesn't do anything, does it? Because she just leaves. They still try and bother her.
Yeah.
But she can't just work out that just walk away.
Just leave it.
Yeah. But she's got, like, no front teeth there.
Yeah.
We don't know why.
I think she was on meth as a kitten, so I think all the teeth have, like, just worn down from the meth.
And she's just... She knows we're talking about her because her ears are back at the moment. You can see her there. But she's no trouble.
No.
Is she?
No, she's no trouble. To be fair, none of them are really no trouble. It's just they know how to wind each other up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't know if you can hear that, but that's Bean asking for food again. Yeah? You coming back? Oh, come here.
Bean, are you hungry?
Are you hungry?
He's like, can I eat that?
You little pig. Go on. So that's Belle.
That's Belle. And then the next one that we got was Brindley.
Do you remember what he was called?
Chico.
Yes, and we're not having a cat called Chico. It was not going to be Chico time in our house.
It's not appropriate to be called Chico.
No. And we've kind of gone, with those people, we've gone for a bit of a J and a B theme with all the names as well.
They're all J's and
we don't really care.
Yeah.
Like, we're certainly not the Kardashians,
no.
but we've just done that because we think it's cute. For cats, not for family, for cats.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Brindley was... We named Brindley, so when we got married in the room we got married in was called the Brindley Rooms.
Yeah.
And we just booked that prior to getting Brindley. So we're like, what can we call him beginning with B? And then we're like, that's an unusual name. So we called him Brindley.
I've never heard anyone.
I've never heard anyone called Brindley.
Called Brindley ever?
No, or a cat or a dog.
And what's his backstory is terrible.
Do you want me to tell that?
Yeah, because you tell it so.
Okay. So we got him. He was about 3 when we got him. James found him again on Facebook on Millstream Animal Shelter and was like, "Oh, look at his little face! Look at his face!" And he just had those big cat eyes. You'll probably be able to put a picture in, because I know I've got it from on there. And he just looked sad. So they said that. So the animal shelter has a couple of charity shops in and around Manchester, and they said he was left outside one of them overnight in the rain in a pet carrier. But it had no like front door or anything on it, so they were surprised there was even a cat in there. But he was just so scared, he just stayed in there all night in the dark and the rain and didn't get out. So it took a good while for him to. He spent probably the first 2-3 days under the sofa, didn't he? Yeah. And like he's a big cat, so he's like now he's about 7 kilograms and likes to lie on his back. If you put a little picture in,
a little picture. But he's like muscle.
He's not fat. He's big, and
it's like a dog.
Yeah, but he's just quite nervous. Not of everything, but like if anything happens outside, he doesn't hide anywhere. None of our cats hide actually from a noise. But he'll just be. You think he's fast asleep, and he'll hear the tiniest noise, and he's up like looking.
Yeah,
isn't he? Like what was that? So he gets on very well with Bean.
They're boyfriends.
Think they are boyfriend and boyfriend.
Picture of them two. They're always snuggled up. They're kissing, they're licking, they're grooming. They love each other so much.
And he's quite good natured, like with Jessie as well. He'll lick her head. Again, Belle doesn't like him. He doesn't like Belle. That's fine. But yeah, he's just a really loving little cat.
Yeah. I think because he wasn't.
It's just sad, I think, how people treat animals, because he's lived with us longer than he hasn't. So he's just over 8 now. So he's lived with us 4.5, 5 years. So you think he was 3 when we got him. So he had 3 years in a horrible place, and he's had 5 years or so living with us, and he's still scared of everything.
Yeah.
So
odd.
Yeah, it's just sad how that's traumatized him. Like you growing up in Rotherham.
Oh god, that's another story. That's traumatizing.
What? I don't know if the microphone can pick up Bean, but now he's just sat on the sofa just there, just staring at us, meowing.
I don't know why I'm yawning.
Oh yeah. Meowing. Yeah. Is there a problem?
Is there a problem?
Are you the problem? Yeah. So that's Brindley.
That's our Brinny. And then we got Jessie.
So, by the way, all of these cats, so Belle, James wanted. Brindley, James wanted. Jessie, James wanted. But he's the one that will go, oh, Ben, why have we got 4 cats?
I know, I'm like, oh.
And they're all his fault. 100%. But yeah, Jessie, you coming here? Are you going to come here? Come here.
Jess?
Let me get you. Jess. No. Come in. Oh no, she's not.
No.
So Jessie, you've seen her. She's been on the video. Well, you've seen the picture probably now.
Picture. Picture.
So she doesn't really have a tragic backstory, but we got her from the animal shelter. She was called India. No idea why. So we called her Jessie, and she has no tragic backstory.
She acts like she's had a tragic backstory, though.
She does. She acts like she's entitled.
She
to
literally
everything.
acts like she had the worst upbringing ever, when she has not had one issue or one single problem.
She hurt the back of her... I don't know why I'm showing my foot in my dirty sock. She hurt the back of her heel, and she had to have a cone of shame on for a while, because it wouldn't heal, and she kept catching it and cleaning it when she shouldn't. But that was it. That's literally it. She's never lived on the street. She's never been abused. She's never been dumped outside. She's literally
been loved
forever by us. She's a naughty torty.
Yeah.
If she doesn't get her own way, she can lash out. She's a bit complex, but she's grown out of it now. She's 5. So we got her when she was 12 weeks old, and she's 5, and she's just sitting in the window now. But she is a good little girl, really. She's not really any bother again.
She'll get on your lap and curl up and go to sleep, and do you know what I mean?
But if you open the kitchen cupboard and she tries to get in the kitchen cupboard and you don't let her,
it's
all hell breaks loose.
That's it. It's like she's trying to protect something.
Yeah.
We just want to get a pot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she'll try and claw your eye out.
Yeah. So yeah. But she is a good girl, really.
And she's got a little crooked tail. We don't know why.
Oh yeah, it's the end of her tail is just like, it's like that.
Yeah.
So sometimes when it's dark and I don't know which cat's there, I'll be like, where's the tail? I'm like, oh, Jessie.
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't it?
Are you a good girl?
I'm not talking about you. We know you're a good girl, boy, Bean.
Oh.
So then the final cat we have is Bean.
You can probably hear it. So
Bean is our little ginger cat. So we had 4 cats. So we had another cat called Jasper. May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
So we had just Belle, Brindley, and Jessie, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then we were never going to get any more because we were like, no, it was too traumatic for me.
Yeah.
So I had Jasper for 13 years. I was like,
that's Jasper.
No.
Oh, that's our little ginger prince.
So yeah, no more. But then someone recommended, so it's on Instagram if you want to follow it, called the Pack Project. So they're based in England, but they partner with Romania, a place in Romania, who rescue cats and dogs off the street in Romania. So they don't neuter cats or dogs in Romania. So there's a lot on the street, and obviously they just keep breeding. So what the Pack Project do is they not advertise, but they post pictures of cats and dogs, and you can apply to rescue one. And then once a month they do a transport over to the UK. That stopped for a few months because of the Conservative government. So anyone not watching from the UK, the Conservative government just want to stop everything in the world. Like, just, they're awful. I don't know what the difference is, Democrat and Republic. I don't quite understand that. But they basically just want to privatise everything, and they stopped cats and dogs coming over from Romania because of some sort of health issue. But it's madness.
Everyone knows our government's awful,
yeah.
but that's another story as well.
Yeah. So we was just scrolling Instagram one day, and I saw a picture of Bean.
You literally fell in love straight away, you.
So I sent James this picture on Instagram, and was like, "Oh my god!" And so Bean was called Carrot originally, sorry, because he is ginger. We can get that.
But I think he used to be called Pain in the Arse.
But I remember sending pictures to James. I was like, "Oh, I love this cat," and James was like, "I'd done this for a little while." They'd been like, "Oh, look at this cat! Look at this cat!" And I was like, "Oh," and James was like, "Oh, do you like him?" I went, "Yeah, I've actually just like downloaded the application form and filled it out for him." And James turned around and said, "Whatever makes you happy."
Yeah, whatever makes you happy.
Oh.
I mean,
considering you bought the other 3,
yeah.
I think I was allowed 1.
I mean, yeah.
So Bean, they do a really good, like, very thorough check on you.
We had an interview. So
we had to fill out the application form. We had a Skype interview, which was about an hour long, asking all we knew about cats, just in general.
You were going to end up doing that at one point, weren't you? Interviewing people for
volunteering
for it.
I had to send pictures of every room in the house, a video of the whole inside of the house, including the room that we keep him in for the first few bits. We're talking about you!
We're talking about you again.
You come in here!
This video's not all about you,
It's very about you. You look at that face.
Who's this ginger? Who's this ginger?
And a video of like which room we'd put him in to start with, a video of the outside of the house and everything, and then we got the news that we were accepted. Yay!
This is
a happy day.
Little picture. Little family picture.
No, he's fidgeting. Oh, come on then. All right. And yeah,
we'll feed you soon, love.
So we got him. He came, so they drive over in like a van. So we went on the Channel Tunnel. Very well travelled, aren't you?
Very well travelled.
He's got a passport.
Yeah.
And yeah. And we had to pick him up from a car park in Leeds at about 4 in the morning.
Oh god, that was so tiring that day.
Yeah, and I was running the Manchester 10K the following day.
Oh, I don't know how you did it.
It was tiring for you, wasn't it? When we got him,
it was tiring for me.
The back of the van, he was in a little carrier thing that we gave him our carrier to put him in. He smelled of like poo and wee. Yeah. It was not pleasant. It's the whole car journey home. And after about half hour in the car, though, you were putting your hand in the little carrying thing, and he started like head rubbing,
straight away.
So yeah,
and then we got him home. He literally couldn't walk on carpet or bedding or anything. He gets
sorry, we forgot to say he'd been a street cat, so he'd lived on the streets for over a year. Like never been in a house, carpet, furniture, anything like that. Nothing. So yeah, he used to walk and get his claws caught in the carpet.
I was like, is this forever? Do we need to give it a carpet or what?
And that's why, like, we say he's hungry now, but he's still got that street cat mentality of, I think he thinks he's never going to eat again.
Yeah, which
is mad, because he's been with us nearly 2 years now. So again, he's been with us longer than he wasn't. So you think he'd get out of that habit, but he acts like he eats the quickest I've ever seen anything eat. You know, like videos on TikTok of cats in a bowl of food and them going like, oh. That's him.
You have to stay with him because as soon as he finishes his, he goes on to everybody else's, and you've got to stop him. He's
a good boy, aren't you?
He's a little food machine.
Yeah. He's the most loving little man
ever. He never scratches you. He never goes for you. Never hisses or bites or anything.
Anything, have you? He's a good boy. You're just a bit grumpy because you're hungry. But he's my little baby, aren't you?
Yeah, he's a little baby. He's very good for cuddles. Oh, he's molting.
No, feral. Aren't you? You good? Yeah. You good? What are you doing?
What are you
Yeah,
doing? What are you doing?
You silly. But yeah, out of all of the cats, he's never once gone to bite me, scratch, anything. He's too well-natured for that, aren't you? Yeah.
He could not defend himself outside this house.
No, considering he's been living on the street for a year as well. He's the least streetwise of everything. Aren't you? Hey?
Oh, Bean, you've got fur on. This is it as well when you live with cats. Furs everywhere.
Shares and lint rollers we have to.
Oh, the lint rollers we go through.
You good?
You're a good boy.
Is it your dad?
Oh. Good boy.
Yeah. So that's about it, really.
That's our cats.
That's our cats.
No more, we're not getting any more, that's it.
No more.
No more, we're done.
No more.
Unless we've got a massive, you can afford to buy a massive
Unless
house
we win the
somewhere.
lottery and I can rescue loads. Go on.
Yeah, if we win the lottery, he's getting
he's
a
rescue centre. But yeah. So that's our cats.
That is our
Cats.
cats.
Ones that cause mischief.
If you've got any questions about like adopting cats or rehoming cats or anything, cats in general, please ask below. We will be more than happy to reply. I think Ben will reply because he's more of an expert.
This is true.
Although I know quite a bit.
You did very well on that interview. Very good.
You were quite surprised.
I was very
how much I knew.
It was.
I do listen.
That's just a little more about our little family.
Our little family.
A bit about us. But
and also the boys, Brindley and Bean, they're both homosexual as well.
We said that.
Did we say that?
You've done that. You've put a picture in already.
But I don't know if I told them they were homosexual.
You said they were in love with each other.
Oh, was that not implied? Oh, yeah.
Which I think probably meant they were gay.
I bet they were gay cats. So it's a very gay household. I don't think the cats are lesbian, but...
No, they're not.
I definitely don't think Belle's a lesbian because she can't stand anybody. So, boring,
Maybe.
That's it. So, please like, comment and subscribe for more hilarity.
Yes.
And who knows where you're going to see the
I
cats
did a lot of
next.
that video.
Well, I wanted to
That makes change.
It does make a change. I wanted to hear your voice more.
Yeah.
Because you've got a beautiful voice. Lovely. You're very
Shut
good at
up.
speaking. Right, we're going.
We're going.
Have a good one.
We're about to go and feed them. Should we feed you? No, I think they're all too weak to meow now.
Right. Bye.
Bye.